we have a breaking report in Toinos County in Warab State. According to this report, at least 60 people have reportedly died following communal clashes in Toinos County in Warab State. Another 50 people were reportedly wounded. The fighting happened on Sunday in the Akop Payam area. According to local officials, the violence involved army men who allegedly came from Mayom County in neighboring Unity State. They were reportedly involved in fighting alongside members of the Low Mawian sub-clan. The attack was reportedly directed against members of the Panarik sub-clan and the Apuk Padosh community. The exact event leading to the fighting are still not fully clear. However, local authorities say the violence involved army group and resulted in a very high number of casualties. William Walmayom, Warab State Minister of Information and Communications, say the attack began on Sunday. According to the minister, suspected armed men from Unity State attacked cattle camp belonging to the Pan-Ari community. He say the attackers were allegedly working together with the rival from Alabek and Majakjur. The reported death toll is 60. Of those killed, officials say 37 were members of the Panarik sub-clan, 11 were reportedly from the Apuk Padosh community, another 12 were reportedly from the attacking side. 50 people were also reported wounded. These numbers show just how serious the violence was, but it is important to remember that these figures come from local officials and could change as more information become available. At the moment, there are still unanswered questions. What exactly started the confrontation? Who fired the first shot? How many army men were involved? Were security forces present before the fighting began? And most importantly, what is being done to prevent another attack? Those questions remain important because communal violence in South Sudan can quickly become much larger than the original dispute. The violence in Toinos did not happen in isolation. According to this report that I have, there have already been growing concern about insecurity in Greater Toin. Only a few days before the latest fighting, members of the National Parliament in Juba raised concern about the worsening security situation. On August 5th, 2026, lawmakers moved to summon the national minister responsible for Interior and Defense, as well as the governor of Warab State. They wanted a government official to explain what was being done to deal with the violence. This shows that insecurity in the area has already become a concern at the national level. But for ordinary people living in these communities, this is not simply a political discussion. When violence happens, families are affected immediately. People may lose relatives, cattle may be stolen, homes may be destroyed, people may be forced to leave their villages, children may stop going to school, farmers may be unable to work safely, and communities that have lived next to each other for generations can become divided by fear and anger. This is one of the most dangerous impacts of communal violence. A single killing can lead to revenge. A revenge attack can lead to another killing. Then another community responds. Before long, the original reason for the conflict can be forgotten while the cycle of revenge continues. That is why many people believe early government intervention is extremely important. Buna Malwal, the head of civil society organization in Warab State, has condemned the violence. He warned that continued communal fighting could damage peace effort and preparation for election. His concern is simple. People cannot easily focus on election when they are worried about surviving local violence. A community that is facing army attack is more concerned about security than political campaign. A family that has lost a loved one is thinking about mourning and survival. A person who has been displaced is thinking about finding shelter and food. Malwal called for the government to send a joint security force to the affected areas. He also called for investigation and accountability. The idea is not simply to stop the fighting for a few days. Authorities must also investigate what happened. If people responsible for attack are never held accountable, communities may believe that revenge is the only way to obtain justice. That can make future violence more likely. Government force therefore face two challenges. First, they need to prevent further attack. Second, they need to build trust by showing communities that serious crime will be investigated. There are still many unanswered questions surrounding the Twin North incident. Unity State officials are not immediately provided their side of the story. That is important because the allegation involved people say to have come from Mayom County. Without hearing from all sides, it would be wrong to present every allegation as a confirmed fact. The safest way to understand the situation at this stage is to separate. The safest way to understand the situation at this stage is to separate confirmed information from allegation. One local official reported is that fighting happened. They reported 60 deaths and 50 injuries. They also reported that people from different communities were involved. But the full circumstances surrounding the attack still need further investigation. This is especially important in South Sudan, where information can sometimes spread very quickly during a crisis. Rumors can increase fear, false information can create anger, and anger can lead to more violence. For that reason, communities need reliable information from authorities and trusted sources. Now let's move to Lake State. A separate confrontation has reportedly left 7 people dead. The dead include 5 soldiers from the South Sudan People Defense Force, commonly known as SSPDF. The dead include 2 civilians were also reportedly killed. 3 other soldiers were wounded. One of those wounded was described as a senior army commander. The fighting happened in Changfied County. According to local officials, the incident started after government soldiers attempted to recover cattle that had allegedly been raided from a community in neighboring Rumbek Central County. The confrontation happened in the Panliet area on Sunday. Soldiers were reportedly following cattle taken from Boy Cattle Camp, but while they were pursuing the cattle, they were allegedly ambushed by army youths from the Gok community. John Malwak Mashut, the acting commissioner of Changfied County, described the fighting as intense. He said the soldiers came under heavy gunfire and fought for several hours. According to his account, the fighting lasted from around 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. until 9 p.m.